Here we go. In the car, engines roaring. And lights are out. And here we go for 5 laps of the 1960s Le Mans race. We need to be extra careful. These AI, they are so unpredictable and they tend to keep crashing. Yeah, I've tried to make this video a couple of times already, but the AI are just not cooperating. Or at other times I crash horribly. So yeah, we are being super careful here. Well, I make a mistake on my own now. And we let the Porsche number 25 pass us. But no matter, we are roaring in its slipstream, pulling out of the slipstream, and we are off down the Mulsanne straight. And like I said, for a 5-lap race around the late 1960s Le Mans track, with time progression, so we will be experiencing the full Le Mans experience with all the times of the day. Oh, I cannot move forward. Please, Ferrari, move. No, this is a particularly dangerous moment here. As the AI is tussling for a position around the kink here. And now we are entering an even more dangerous situation where the AI just bunches together, slows down or stops completely, and the ones from the rear just run into them. I went to the left because it has happened so many times that I was hit from behind here, so I just opted to get the hell out of the way. But anyway, so we are on the 1967 version of the Le Mans track. The Le Mans races did of course not begin at this particular venue. But they began in still at Le Mans, so near the city of Le Mans, like a couple of kilometers north from here. And that track was long, very long. It was around. Come on, Ford. Find the grip. That track was around 104 kilometers long, and it ran since 1902 until 1911-ish. And after that, it moved to a location close to here. Actually, that track, which was still long, around 57-55 kilometers long, did share the Mulsanne straight with this track. And then in the 1920s, mid-20s I believe, they started racing at this particular venue and never looked back. Of course, the track did change over time. The first version of the track did not turn right here after the pit straight, but it continued on straight into the city of Le Mans. Whoa. Come on, AI, don't crash, please. And yeah, the cars would then rejoin again here onto the Mulsanne straight, coming from the left, where we are going to be turning right here. So then in 1932, ooh, dangerous. In 1932, the right hand turn after After the pit straight was added, the S's, and of course the Tête Rouge. Sorry, French people, for butchering your language completely. As the night is falling down already on, and we are blasting down the Mulsanne straight. Yeah, and since then, the track remained more or less the same up until this point, even after the infamous 1955 crash. The track did not change a lot or anything. Then after the 1955 crash, the pit straight was a little bit widened, but that was pretty much it of the changes. Of course, some minor things were adjusted here and there, but oopsie. Did he make it? Did he make it? I think he did. I think he did. Sorry. Yep, sometimes I can be murdery for the AI as well. After the 1967, the track did start to change, but we are going to be covering that in the next video. I think that's the Porsche behind me, so I think he made it. And yeah, the cars that we are using today, we are of course in the Ford GT. There's a car on my inside. I need to brake. I need to brake. I need to brake. Oh boy. Yeah, like I said, we are in the 1966 version of the Ford GT, and we are racing against the 1967 version of the Ferrari E4, and the 1968 version of the Porsche 908 Langheck, or Longtail. Of course, in whoa. Is he coming back? Yes, he is. Horribly. Oh, AI can sometimes be just as me. Just brushed the wall there. Yeah, of course, in real life this race could never have happened as it is happening right now, because the cars are from different years. But for our race here we can do that, and I opted to do this because all three cars are original game content. The track is not, of course. I will link the track mod in the description below. But yeah, just wanted to diversify the grid a little bit with the Porsche, but the main focus for us in this video today is, of course, the Ford and the Ferrari battle of the 1960s, because that's what I want to capture in these video series. Just iconic moments at the already very iconic track. And I guess the Ford versus Ferrari is the most iconic moment of Le Mans, which began in early 60s, when Ford wanted to go racing, and they didn't even have a racing program, and yeah, with it they wanted to increase their sales of their cars, which was dropping at the time. So they went to Italy, and after a month of negotiations with Ferrari, they finally struck a deal. They signed the contract. Let's not murder the Ferrari this time. So yeah, the contract was already signed. Ford was set to buy Ferrari, but there was one particular clause in that contract. That's nice switchback. And that Enzo Ferrari did not like, and that was that Ford would be in charge of the Ferrari racing team. And yeah, that's something that Enzo just couldn't accept, and he backed out of the deal. It wasn't because they made a better contract with Fiat or anything like that, like you can see in the movie. Fiat did buy Ferrari, but later, towards the tail end of the 1960s. But what is true, it upset Henry Ford severely, so he formed a racing team and racing car development teams, and ordered them to build a car that would be able to destroy Ferrari at Le Mans. And of course a team of engineers that also included Carroll Shelby, yes, the Shelby that built the Shelby Cobra, and the legendary Ken Miles. And they set to work. The first 4 GT40s were very unstable aerodynamically. There were a lot of crashes, people pulled out, the drivers pulled out from it because the car was just so dangerous to drive. Come on, AI. And in the first races, the car was also very unreliable. Highly unreliable, and it didn't finish the first 2 times they entered Le Mans. Then in 1966 they finally managed to win, and when they did, were P1, P2 and P3. The story that's in the Le Mans movie, where Ken Miles slows down so that they can have a 3-way finish, is true. Although he wasn't as upset with the order as he is in the movie, because he just wanted to please his employer. And of course he was, I believe, so this is my opinion, robbed of the victory because of a technicality. And unfortunately, around about 2 months after that, he tragically lost his life when testing the next version of the car, or actually the J-Type, or the J-Car, whatever did they call it. Oh, I'm too wide, taking the escape road. That's what I get for talking. Oh. Oh, no, we are. We're not dead last though, but no matter. Light is coming back on. Let's maybe now focus a little bit on driving. And not so much on talking. Let's see if we can make some of those positions back. Oh, this video, I've probably attempted it 20 times already, as the car is not the simplest to drive. The AI is crazy, and those banks, if you touch them, you just, well, like this, you just kind of get thrown into the air, which you don't want. And of course I wanted to do it in VR because this would just be awesome. It was awesome to experience, but today my VR is just so fogging up that I cannot drive for more than a lap or 2 before I completely lose the gift of sight. And whoa, even without the VR, you see, I can barely see the corners. This kink is dangerous, really dangerous. But anyway, one more lap. Let's see if we can catch the cars up in front. There is Ford in the pits. Had enough. He's been in the pits for a couple of laps, I think. And as we turn right under the Dunlop Bridge, and brake here at the 200 board for the S's, hit the wall because we are just too quick. I forgot to shift down in second, that's why. So it's not the car that's hard to drive, it's just that I'm bad. And Tête Rouge, and now we are again on the Mulsanne straight, where we can again, or where the drivers would in real life, get a moment to check the instruments, check that, ensure that everything was okay with the car as far as they could. Shift up through the gears as we're approaching 180, passing 180 miles per hour. Can turn off the lights. In 5th gear, 190, over 190. In kilometers, we are currently doing, because I see on my wheel, 310 kilometers per hour down the glorious Mulsanne straight. Now the kink. And yeah, as you can see, there were just no safety measures back then. No fences, just some soft fences, and trees. Those were your safety measures back then, and concrete walls and sandbanks. Oh, there's a Porsche on the sandbank. So yeah, and these guys just had the balls of steel, driving 300 kilometers plus, where a mistake could mean you're just going to be shattered against the trees, and still having the courage to do this for 24 hours is just unimaginable to me. Even as I'm driving here, perfectly safe in the simulator, I can feel the fear. Ooh, and the back end stepping out. We won't be catching the guys in front, unfortunately. Yeah, due to my mistake on the Mulsanne straight. But that's why you're here. Maybe for a story or two, and for some bad driving. Kink here, one more time. I know I'm taking the wrong line through here, and now the chicane. I forgot the official name here, sorry. And we are almost over the line of this 5-lap race around the Circuit de la Sorte in the late 1960s. And here we go, session over, 22nd place, and we are resetting to pits. Here we are, resets a couple of times, I don't know why, it's just the way it is. But yeah, finish in the 22nd place, but like I said, this is not about getting the most positions in the race. This is just to experience the vintage Le Mans, which is just amazing. The link to the track is down below if you enjoy old cars, old races. Do check it out, do load it up. Yeah, this, like I said during the racing, this is going to be my next series of videos, and I think it's fitting with the Le Mans being just around the corner, the actual Le Mans race this year. We're going to go through a couple of eras in Le Mans and just maybe capture the legendary moments that happened at this track. So yeah, this was the 1967 version with the Ford and the Ferrari and the Porsche mixed in there. Just mix things a little bit up, so we did have a little bit of diversity in the track. Thank you all for watching. If you'd like to catch the next video in this series, do hit that subscribe button somewhere down below. I don't know which direction, maybe that one. You can find it. And if you really did enjoy this video, do leave it a like. It really does mean a lot to me. Yeah, that's it. I will now shut up and wish you a very nice rest of the day, evening, morning, wherever you are, whenever you are. Have a good one, and I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.